Okay, so we've all been there, right? Like those awkward moments you just don't talk about. And well, this deep dive is about one of those moments, but one that somehow captured the entire internet's attention.
It is remarkable how a single anonymous post about something as, let's say, delicate as a bathroom predicament could become a cultural touchstone.
For real, the poop knife. Right. Who would have thought those two words together would become like this weird, funny, kind of horrifying internet sensation? You sent over a whole collection of the original Reddit posts and comments, and wow, people had a lot to say.
It's fascinating, isn't it?
Mhm.
This is where we see the power of online communities, particularly those that offer anonymity, to give people a voice and a platform to discuss things that are typically considered, well, taboo.
Totally, because in the real world, who's going to be like, hey, remember that time you know? But online, especially anonymously, suddenly everyone's sharing their own experiences.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Anonymity can be a powerful tool, enabling open and honest conversations about subjects that often make us feel uncomfortable or embarrassed.
And it's like this story, it wasn't just about the tool itself, but about that feeling of, oh my God, this is happening and I have no idea what to do.
Exactly. It tapped into a shared experience of awkwardness and maybe even a little bit of relief in knowing we're not alone in these bizarre, sometimes gross situations life throws at us.
Okay, so for anyone who hasn't had the pleasure of encountering the original poop knife story, let's set the scene. We have an anonymous author who finds himself in a rather, shall we say, sticky situation involving a particularly stubborn, well,
And the way he describes it, this monstrous
yeah.
entity that just won't budge no matter how many times he flushes, it's almost poetic in its absurdity.
Right. It's like he manages to convey both the desperation and the humor of the situation
Yeah.
with those vivid descriptions of this like evil porcelain monster haunting his bathroom.
Yeah, and it's like he's using this really evocative language talking about this thing,
This deposit, shall we say.
this deposit as like this formidable foe he has to conquer.
With a knife, of all things, it's so out there you can't help but laugh.
And that's the brilliance of it, right? He takes something so mundane, so universally dreaded, and turns it into this like epic saga of bathroom warfare.
Okay, but then, just when you think the story can't get any stranger, we get to the part about his wife.
The wife, right?
The ultimate plot twist. Turns out she's been using the poop knife
For everything.
for everything. Opening Amazon boxes, gardening. It's like she found a whole new purpose for this unconventional tool.
Well, it begs the question, is she incredibly resourceful? Or is this just like the weirdest example of one person's trash is another person's treasure?
Right. And the comments, oh my gosh, the comments on that original post, it's like everyone had a story, a reaction, a poop knife related anecdote they just had to share with the world.
It's like it unlocked this Pandora's box of bathroom confessions.
Totally. People were coming out of the woodwork with their guano glaives and their poop forks for the dog.
Right.
It was wild.
It really highlights how the internet can take something so, well, specific
Hmm.
and turn it into this universal experience.
Because even though not everyone has a poop knife per se, we all have those things we do, those little secrets we keep to navigate the awkward realities of being human.
Absolutely. It's like by sharing these stories, by laughing about them, we're saying, hey, I'm not perfect, you're not perfect, and that's okay.
It's normalizing the abnormal, right?
Exactly. And there's something incredibly cathartic about that.
It wasn't just the stories in the comments, though. I mean, this whole thing, it took on a life of its own.
Oh, yeah, the poop knife transcended the internet.
Mm.
It became, well, real.
It's like we went from this anonymous confession on Reddit to like actual poop knives you can buy on the internet.
I know, right? It's become a strange sort of like novelty gift market.
Like, hey, congrats on the new house. Here's a poop knife.
Exactly. And, it speaks to this fascinating intersection of internet culture and consumerism. Like, the internet has this power to take something absurd, something that started as a joke, and turn it into a product.
It's kind of mind blowing when you think about it. This whole poop knife thing, it's funny, it's weird, it's maybe a little bit gross, but it also kind of makes you think.
Definitely. It really highlights this human need to connect over shared experiences,
Mm.
even the awkward or embarrassing ones.
And that even though we might feel alone sometimes, in those moments, there's probably someone out there somewhere who totally gets it.
Absolutely. And maybe they even have a poop knife of their own.
Maybe they do. So next time you find yourself in one of those awkward situations, just remember the poop knife.
And remember, You're not alone. We've all been there.
Exactly. Thanks for joining us for this deep dive, everyone. Until next time.